Hi folks, hope everybody doing real good. We're going to put together a little sweet eat treat here this afternoon. I don't do a whole lot of desserts and sweets because I just don't really have much of a sweet tooth. I seen this over on Louisiana Cajun Recipes a couple of weeks ago. JB put this together, and this is an old school recipe, something they used to serve in school cafeterias, and I do remember it, and I did like it. So I figured I'd put it together, see if I still like it. Don't need a whole lot of ingredients for this. Some flour, some peanut butter, some regular sugar, some powdered sugar, some brown sugar. Don't need a whole lot of butter. I got 2 sticks there. 4 eggs at room temperature. Gonna need a little salt and some vanilla extract. We're gonna get all them ingredients whooped up. We're gonna pour it on this parchment paper here in a pan and put it in the oven, bake at 350 for about 25-30 minutes. And then we're gonna make an icing to drizzle over the top. And I've got the parchment paper already down. Just give you a trick. You know, parchment paper don't want to lay too good and it wants to act a fool. So if you put your little bit of vegetable oil down in the bottom, it'll kind of stick that parchment paper and keep it laying right. But we're going to get this whooped up and get this going. Alright, first thing we're going to do is get 2 sticks of butter in a pot here. And that's room temperature butter. And I've got 1.5 cups of this peanut butter. We're going to get it in here. We're going to get this over some low heat and combine this and get it melted down a little bit. And then we're going to set it off to the side and let it cool to room temperature. And while that's cooling, we're going to mix up some other stuff. Alright, that's all the peanut butter in the pot. Let's get it on some fire. Alright, I'm going to put this on about a low medium fire. Let that butter melt and we'll get this mixed together. Go ahead and cut the heat off. See, just a little bit of butter left in there. As soon as all the butter's melted, this is done. I'm just going to set it back and let it cool a little bit. And I think it's all melted. We'll get that off the burner and let that sit there and cool. Alright, while that peanut butter and butter's melting, we're going to go in with 1/2 cup of brown sugar, and that's packed. With 1.5 cups of plain granulated sugar. We're going to get 1.5 teaspoons of salt in here. And then we're going to whisk this together. We want to make sure both of these sugars are well combined. Alright, I think that sugar's whooped up there pretty good. Alright, I got these 4 eggs and I went ahead and beat them up here a little bit. Be a little easier to deal with. We're going to get that mixed in here with this sugar. I'm just going to do a little at a time. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now we're going to add 1 tablespoon of vanilla, and I'm going to put just a little bit more. Maybe another 1/4 or 1/2 teaspoon. Get that mixed in. We're going to pour a peanut butter mixture in here. Stir it up at the same time. Get it incorporated with the eggs and the sugar and the vanilla. Looking pretty good. Alright, next thing we're going to do is get 2 cups of flour in here. That's 1 cup. Here's the 2nd cup. Got the oven preheating, 350. We're going to pour this in the sheet pan. Get it leveled out. And you just want to mix this until the flour has disappeared. And it's looking pretty good. Let's get this on the pan. Alright, here's what we're going to do. I got some melted butter. I'm going to get it down here and get it spread out on this parchment. And I'm just going to sprinkle some table salt in here in this butter. Rather lightly. I'm going to pour a peanut butter mixture in here. I'm going to spread this out. It looks pretty even. We're going to get this in the oven and let it bake 25 to 35 minutes. We'll check it a few times with a toothpick so we know that it's right. That was 30 minutes total. I'm going to give them just another minute or 2. Alright, we're at 35 minutes. The toothpick was clean at 30 minutes. It just seemed like it was a little spongy, so I gave it 5 more minutes. That's 35 total minutes in the oven, 350. I'm going to set this here and let it cool so I can handle it, and then we'll flip this out of here and get some icing made. Alright, we got this cooled off enough to deal with. Let's get it out of the pan. Set it on the counter here. Like it. I'm going to clean this pan. I got that oil in the bottom, and then we'll flip this over into the pan. pretty good. Let's get some icing made. Alright, for this icing, we're going to need about a cup of powdered sugar, some milk, and a third cup of peanut butter. And I put this in the microwave, heated it up, so we can get it in here a little easier. You want this to be on a low heat. We're going to put a cup of powdered sugar in. I'm going to go ahead and add a splash of milk. Do about 2 tablespoons. Let all that sugar melt. This is nice and smooth, and we're going to pour it over these peanut butter bars. Alright, that's pretty smooth. Good consistency. I used about 2 tablespoons of milk. I'm going to get this on these bars. It looks pretty good. I'm going to let that icing set up and cool. We'll cut. Take a bite. Yum. That's good. It's almost like a peanut butter cookie, but it's got icing on it. They're good. Easy to make. That's it. Peanut butter bars. Till next time. Peace.